Good morning. Do not let social media influencers cost you your home and everything else. And that is kind of what it's coming down to. So, hey, look, it's no secret that right now the economy is taking a dump. Spending is down dramatically, and I mean dramatically. That's why you see all the different companies coming out of the woodwork trying to get you to buy their products right now, right? A lot of times you have to understand, when companies come out loud and bold and talk about how much they're selling and how much their product's flying off the shelf, most of the time when they do that, that's actually not the case. They just want you to think that's happening because it gives you a sense of urgency that you need to order now. That's why they do that. Most of the time, it's a lie. So even the YouTubers out there that tell you about how the products are flying off the shelf, blah, 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 you better get it in. That's what they're doing. It's a sales tactic. And in my opinion, it makes them look worse than a used car salesman. But what are you going to do? Spending is down. And so you got people that they're doing this as far as content creation and stuff like that, primarily to make money. Right, to benefit financially from their efforts. And while there should be nothing wrong with that, there becomes a problem when you start misleading, misguiding, or actually recommending dangerous things to individuals so that you can make that buck. That's where the problem comes in. So I saw a couple of videos today. Another fly-by-night battery box, solar generator, whatever you want to call them. Folks, there was a big tragic thing that happened over hoverboards several years ago. There were a lot of people that lost their homes because hoverboards were the latest, greatest thing. They were the toy of the year. They were the thing that everybody was trying to get. And so as many people as possible put a hoverboard under their Christmas tree for their child or children for Christmas. Several people at some point after that wound up trying to figure out how they were going to replace everything because their home burnt down because of a bad battery pack in the hoverboard. Now, I can't tell you how many milliamp hours of battery storage those hoverboards have, but I can tell you that the amount of battery storage that a solar generator or battery box, backup battery power, whatever you want to call it, is a boatload more. If you think the fires were bad, which any fire is bad, and especially it doesn't matter if it starts out a dinky fire. If it takes out your whole home, it doesn't matter how small that fire was when it started. But can you imagine the difference in the fire between a hoverboard and, say, I don't know, a 1,500, 2,000 watt solar generator, battery box, whatever you want to call it? Yeah. But you've got these influencers out there pushing these fly-by-night companies like they've known them for years and they know how reliable their product is. Folks, just be careful. Another one, there's a guy that I actually went after yesterday as well for a different topic, but another guy's out there pimping e-bikes, right? And he's got this trike out there that he's pimping right now. And, you know, my big issue is you can tell if there's been only just a little bit of time on a bike, especially when you make the mistake of showing good close-ups of the tires. The tires tell the story, brother. The tires tell the story. Stop lying. Anyway, I thought I was losing my mind at first when he was moving the camera around to the rear end of the bike. And it dawned on me that that is just a two-wheel, fat wheel bike with an attachment added to it to turn it into a trike. Folks, stay away from that. That's going to be a weak point like none other, right? And it's mind-blowing because of the weight capacity they claim the thing can hold and everything else. Take a good look at that rear end. It's just a regular two-wheel fat bike, right? It's got a wider stance than most bikes. It's a fat wheel bike. So it's just a two-wheel fat wheel bike. But if you look really close at where the trike portion connects to the rest of the bike, you'll see it's just a fat wheel bike with a trike rear end thrown on it. I've been around a little while, and although I was born at night, I wasn't born last night. And I'm telling you, that little training wheel setup's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. So, and then there again, you deal with who made the battery pack, what kinds of batteries are in it, blah, blah, blah. Right? I went through the trouble of making my own battery pack for two reasons. One, I was poor and didn't have the money to buy one, being the biggest reason. And the other reason is because you don't know what you get. And I highly advise that people do not buy a battery pack from the lowest price seller you can find. Probably not a good idea. There's something called a BMS on those battery packs. It's a battery management system, and that is immensely important. That is in many cases what actually causes the fire when it comes to battery packs catching on fire. A lot of times it's due to the charging circuit malfunctioning. So the BMS that's in my battery pack that I built is a really good quality, reliable BMS. The batteries are batteries I scavenged myself out of laptop batteries. They all look good. None of them were bloated. None of them. They all held good charge. All that. So I personally checked all that stuff over when I built the battery pack. I know where I stand with that battery pack. If you go on any website or whatever and you just try to find the cheapest option out there, may not be so cheap after you have to replace everything you own. Just be careful, folks. These influencers, YouTube's really screwing people over on making money and all that stuff. And so now they are pushing even harder with the third-party type of incomes. And folks, these people don't care. They have no conscience. They sit there and they tell you about how much they care about you, how much they want to help you and all that, but they don't give two shits while they're pimping this stuff to you. And they don't even give even one shit if that product turns out to be a horrible choice for you, as long as they got their goods for pilfering it to you. It's sad. It's sad. Don't let social media influencers cost you your home, your livelihood, and everything else just because they're trying to profiteer. Be careful. Be wise. Look into anything, especially if it involves a battery pack. Look deeply into it before making a decision. It's not about the cheapest, folks. When it comes to house fires and stuff like that, it's not about the cheapest, best deal. That's when you put that part of shopping to rest. And you find something that is going to be reliable, it's going to work when you need it, and it's not going to burn your damn house down. Anyway, I sure hope I spoke to someone out there. I'm concerned with the level of pimping going on out there. Anyway, be wise, folks. It's your job, it's your responsibility as a consumer to know what you need to know. Do not ever ask somebody that sells something about what they sell, because it is their job to convince you of why it's the best choice. Right? That's literally their job. You want to go find somebody that doesn't benefit at all from the answers they give you. Right? That's how you find the truth. You want the truth? Find people that don't benefit from either telling it or hiding it. You're more likely to get the truth that way. But if people can make money by lying, you better believe they'll lie through their teeth. I can't even do it. I don't have teeth, so I can't lie through mine. It'd be kind of hard for me to do. Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. But remember, I'm the scumbag. Shalom.